Hey guys, Jim here. Today I wanted to come in with a video sharing my thoughts, experiences, and pickups for the National that just ended here on Sunday. This video may end up running a bit long, so I'm going to apologize in advance for that. I'm going to let you know about my thoughts and experiences, and then I will show my pickups, and at the end I have some footage from the show, not a lot, but I will put that at the end. And so to start off with, I got there on Thursday morning, did not have any expectations, didn't have anything specific that I was planning on buying. Just wanted to really go for the experience and to meet people and talk with people and just to be there. And so got there on Thursday morning, went right straight to the show, got there right around 10 o'clock. And immediately when I walked in, I was very overwhelmed. The place is absolutely huge. Dealers completely filled the building. And so I started walking down the first aisle, and I immediately realized that it was going to be very easy for me to spend money quickly if I wasn't careful. So at that point, I just decided that I was just gonna hold off on buying anything unless, I seen something that I absolutely couldn't resist, because I really probably could have spent my entire budget in the first hour. It would have been very easy to do. So pretty much that's what I did. But it was just a great time. I just met so many awesome people, a lot of people from the YouTube community here. Got to hang out with people, talk with guys. Just everyone is just so awesome and just generous, and just it's unbelievable. But I am not going to name every person that I met and talked with, because I do not want to forget anyone, and I'm sure there was just so many. I'm sure that I would forget someone, but everyone was just great. There were a couple of guys that I got to meet, but only briefly, which that was a bit disappointing. But anyway, it was nice just to meet them anyway. But it would have been nice to have had a chance to sit and talk with some guys a little bit more, but just the situation didn't permit that, so it didn't happen. But anyway, I did spend most of my 4 days hanging with my friend James, Elite Hunters here on YouTube. We spent most of the 4 days together, walking the floor and hanging out, and that was just a great experience. I've been communicating with James. Feel like I've known him for at least maybe the last 10 months. And we text and chat on the phone and had a very nice relationship prior to the National. And the great thing was that we met each other for the first time in person just here this past week, and I felt like I've known him for years. It was just really nice. And there were several other guys too that you only know them, through social media, YouTube or whatever. But when you meet them in person, it doesn't feel like you're just meeting them in person for the first time. It feels like you're just like you're meeting a friend, you know what I mean? So it was just really great. And so anyway, on Thursday, I met up with James, and didn't really buy too much on Thursday. I picked up a couple things, but Thursday night we had to get together over at the hotel. That was Mike, baseball collector, had put on, and that was just an awesome time. Such a fun time. There was a ton of guys there, a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of us. There was probably over a dozen guys sitting there still talking at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that went well, and I think we got there at like 8. So I mean, from 8 o'clock to 1 a.m. we were all still hanging out, talking, some guys was videotaping. There was guys opening packs, and everyone was just having a great time. There, you know, got this really talk with a bunch of guys. So let me get started here. I did get some cards from some guys. First off, I got this 4-leaf cards, $5 finders. So he had these envelopes that he was giving out, and there was $5 in them. He wanted you to go find a card or cards for the $5, put them in the envelope, and give them back to him. So it was really actually an awesome idea, because that'll, you know, now he'll have those cards and he'll have some connection, you know, with the different people that gave them to him. So I took advantage of that. Found a card for him, put it in there. Hopefully he'll like it. I thought it was pretty cool. But Eric, he's a great guy. There were a handful of us, Don's Field of Dreams, myself, Elite Hunters, Mike Samuel, Canadian Cards, Eric, 4-leaf cards, and maybe a couple of other guys I'm probably forgetting, but we actually all sat at the same table for a bit of time, quite a while, and we were all just, you know, shooting, talking, and just everybody was just so nice. And Eric was a great guy. I really enjoyed my conversations with him as well as with everyone, really. And so next I've got this awesome custom from Reindeer Studios, Scott. He gave me this, and you know, Scott made this himself, and obviously he's such a talented guy, and this card is just amazingly awesome. And so got that card from him, just love it. I saw Dustin a number of times throughout the 4 days, and he presented me with this Dustin and Blake card, and that's just a great card of father and son there having a good old time, both autographed and very nice. And he put on the back 2021 National, and I guess this is number 1 out of 15, I guess, maybe. And also ran into John, Wade Boggs fan, a number of times throughout the 4 days. Got to talk with him a bit. He gave me his custom card, signed and numbered. And John's another great guy. Very much enjoyed talking with him. And also got the baseball collector custom card there. Mike is also very nice, very good guy to talk to. Enjoyed my conversations with him as well. And you know, I just enjoyed my conversations with everyone, to be honest. Everyone was just so nice and so much fun to talk to. It was just, I can't, you know, the cards are great, but these experiences with these guys, meeting these guys and hanging out and talking, and that's even better than the cards, actually. And you know, it was just way more than I expected, for sure. Also, I bumped into Mike Matei, TTM Mike. I saw him a number of times as well throughout the 4 days. And when I saw him on Thursday, he handed me this. It is one of those, I think they call it a sportscaster card. And it's for the Triple Crown, and it has my guy right there, Kyle Yastrzemski, with a nice follow-through swing. Just really appreciate that. And when I saw Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards, another guy that I could sit and listen, talk about cards forever, just such a knowledgeable guy. Seen him several times throughout the 4 days. Rick just really knows his stuff about the hobby and the old, especially vintage, the old-time players and the sets, and just awesome listening to him talk about stuff. And he handed me this, such an awesome photo. Ted Williams on the base paths. Apparently Rick had developed this from a negative that he has, and this was an image that was in a Sports Illustrated magazine, and I think he may have told me when the Sports Illustrated magazine was, what year, I don't remember though, so unfortunately, but just love that image. I've never seen this image of Ted Williams before, and so awesome and generous of him to give that to me. And lastly, not lastly, but also I got this very beautiful Rafael Devers autographed Topps Finest card. This was gifted to me by James Elite Hunters. Very generous of him to do that. Just love that card. He's another one of my guys, Rafael Devers. And lastly, at the meetup on Friday night, Jeremy IPTTM walked up to me and said, "Here you go," and he handed me this very nice 2000 Topps Hank Aaron Topps Chrome reprint of the 1963 Topps card, and Jeremy was just like, "Yeah, I thought you might like this card, so here you go, it's yours." And just so awesome. Just the generosity is just amazing. And Jeremy's another great guy. I got to talk to him a few times over the course of the show as well, and very much enjoyed that as well. So thank you so much to everyone for these custom cards and these other gifts that I received. They mean a lot to me. They really mean a lot, and I appreciate it. And I will treasure all this stuff. So anyway, on to my pickups. The first day, I did pick up 2 cards, and that was only because I came across a dealer who had $5 slabs. And so I probably could have bought at least a few more, but I just settled on 2. And the first one was this 1987 Donruss Diamond Kings George Brett. I really like the Diamond King cards, especially from the 80s. And I just thought this is a great, just love the, there's a lot going on here with the color, the background, the portrait there of George Brett smiling, and then of course, there's the little image of him in the field there in the front to the left. So just a really nice card in my opinion. Like, always liked 87 Donruss anyway with the black borders. And you know, all the colors and everything here with this card come together very nicely for me. So for $5, I couldn't pass that one up. And I also picked this one up for $5. This is a 1991 Star. This is the gold edition. And this is Nolan Ryan, and this one's commemorating his 300th win. So again, for $5, you got that great image there with that high leg kick and tucking his head down, getting ready to blaze a fastball past someone. And so, you know, those 2 cards for $10 I would do every day, all day. And so now I'm going to get to my pickups that I actually picked up from the show. And so this first one is a very nice 1952 Bowman Mini Minoso. And so I've been watching this card for a while, been wanting to pick it up. And I came across this at the show, and I got this for a great price. I couldn't have bought a raw copy for much less than I paid for this, so had to take it. I mean, it's a 4, and the reason it's a 4 is because of the centering, because other than that, I mean, the corners are a little soft, but the card looks great. The colors are awesome. Nice clear image. Just a beautiful card in my opinion. The colors are great, and just love that card. And this is his rookie card, so been wanting to pick that up because I expect that at some point he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Here's the back. Would love to also pick up his 1952 Topps rookie card as well, but that one is actually starting to get very pricey. So very happy just to have the Bowman at this point, and that's that. And so next up, I've got this 1957 Topps Brooks Robinson, and I've been wanting a Brooks Robinson rookie card for a long time. The price on this card is, you know, pretty expensive. It's really crept up there. I mean, if you want to buy one in a 4 or 5, you're going to be over $700, and you know, then obviously the price goes up from there. But this is a classic case of buying the card and not the grade, because this card actually looks awesome. It presents incredibly well. Just a nice clear image. You know, the colors are great. It obviously is a bit off center, especially left to right. You know, the corners are a little soft, but this, looking at the front of this card, to me, this is a 4, not a 2. But there is a reason why it probably got a 2, and I'll show you that in a second. But this is just really happy to have this. It just looks great. And so here's the back, and this is going to be the reason I believe, I can almost guarantee you why that card got a 2, is because there's a wax stain right there. You can see it down in the middle on the bottom, and which that doesn't bother me at all. 99% of the time I'm going to be looking at the front anyway, so that little wax stain, you know, for me, just to be able to own this card, I don't care the grade, it looks great, and I'm just very happy to have this card in my collection. So there was that. Next up, I've got the 1955 Topps Harmon Killebrew rookie card, and just another card that caught my eye. I really like the colors, the red with the red down the bottom there with the name and the position and team there. Just the colors are great. The yellow to the right of his head is not faded. It's very bright. Just another great looking card. Nice portrait there of Harmon Killebrew, and then there's the action shot with him following through on his swing. Also really like the old Washington Senators logo there with the W there with the capital there in the background. So just an overall great card. I worked a deal with the dealer on this one. I traded him Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Topps Chrome rookie card and $100 for this one, and that got the deal done. So again, just very happy to have a nice example. I mean, it's a 4, but I mean, it still looks great, and I'm just happy to have an example of this Harmon Killebrew rookie card in my collection, and it just looks great to me, so I'm very happy with it. And lastly, I wanted to show this 1954 Topps Ted Williams, and this card I actually purchased. If you saw my last video with the card show / trade night that broke out in the lobby of the hotel, I actually purchased this from one of the kids that was out there in the lobby. We had gone to dinner with James Elite Hunters and Don's Field of Dreams and myself. We had gone out to dinner, and when we left dinner, we went over to the get-together with the YouTubers at the hotel, and we walked into the lobby, and there was just all that madness going on. And anyway, James mentioned to me that he saw this card. I had been looking for this all day at the show. I had almost had one that I was going to buy. It was a PSA 4. A dealer was selling it, but we just couldn't agree on a price. He just didn't want to budge on the price, and so I just let it go and didn't end up getting it. But there were a few others I saw, but I just couldn't work one out. But James noticed that one of the kids had one of these sitting on the table. It was this one, and so I went over and talked with the kid, and we worked out a deal, and I traded him a Bowman Prospects Gold Gleyber Torres auto and $225 cash, and I traded that in the cash, and I got this beautiful, beautiful Ted Williams 1954, and just absolutely love this card. The colors are great, nice image. Just love the old Sox logo there on the top, and just so super happy to have this card in my collection. My first playing days Ted Williams. That's the back. So just awesome to have that. Other than that, the only other stuff that I picked up, I found a guy who was selling cards. They were 5 for $1. So he had boxes that he had there, and I went through. and I'm not going to show you all of them, but I got this big stack of cards. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. Let me show these. I picked these up from a different deal. These weren't the five for $1 ones, but I got this 1976 Kellogg's Freddie Lynn. I'm always a fan of the old Kellogg's cards, and this is one I hadn't had in my collection. Always a big Freddie Lynn fan, and I like the 76 Kellogg's cards with the red, white, and blue also. So I got that. I got this Al Kaline 1969 Al Kaline. Nicely centered. Off a little bit, but very nicely centered, nice color, nice image. Soft corners, that's about it, but not bad, but they are a little soft. And here's the back. So got that, and got this 1970 Ted Williams manager card. Got all three of these from the same dealer, and I paid like $7 for the three of them, so couldn't pass that up. And otherwise, I just got this big stack of cards that I got out of the 5 for $1. The five cards for $1. I ended up getting, I think, around 100, a little over 100 cards there. And so that's it. That's all I got. I'm over 20 minutes now, and I've got about several more minutes, probably 6 or 7 more minutes maybe, of footage that I taped from the show. And so I appreciate everyone hanging in there, checking this out. It was just such a great time, such a great experience. I really appreciate everybody that I got to meet, everybody I got to hang around with, talk to. Just amazing time that I will never forget, and I am already making plans to go back to Atlantic City next year. I wouldn't miss it for anything. So that's what I got, guys. I appreciate everyone watching. Check out the footage I have to show, and that'll be it. Bye for now.
I'm almost there. I'm going out, and I hate to pass my time like that.
But I need that for the
Elite Hunt is here making a deal, working his magic. He's getting a very nice Ty Cobb card.
It's a great card. I don't have any graded Gowdy Hall of Famers, so it's really good. So I owe you $75.
Congratulations.
My first playing day, Ty Cobb.
How's it feel?
I got chills right now, man.
Awesome.
I got the chills. Those are good chills to have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those aren't the fever type of chills. Congratulations and thank you.
There you have it.
Might get here, might not. It's swag.